Hello, everybody. Greg here from Master Trader. I want to point out a pattern that I explained in a YouTube video last week as I was covering the broader markets and other stocks of interest as I typically do each morning and post there, which was a breakout bar failure that would potentially happen on Amazon. Now, this pattern is not one to that'll you'll profit from. However, it will save you a lot of money when you know what to look for. It's actually a failure pattern, and certain failure patterns are meant to be taken advantage of to make profits, and others are to just really know when you're wrong. Of course, there are times when even the best traders and investors and whoever their approach is, they're just things don't work out. So one of the patterns, probably one of those commonly used patterns, is the breakout. And Amazon had set up earlier last week to break out, and it had. So here was the pattern right here, where Amazon tested. It was making a low. It had broken down here. It made a lower low. It made a deep retracement up into this resistance area, and then went sideways over here. And this is what I call absorbing the supply over here. And it's a bullish pattern, whereas prices retrace up into a resistance area where they had declined from, and then they go sideways versus pull back. And that's bullish. So every technical pattern, as good as it could look, there's no guarantee that it's going to work out. So you have to have a trading plan as to what you're going to do. So the majority of times, where a stop will be with a breakout is either going to be under the base. That would be the larger stop, and that could be okay. With proper money management. The other stop could be under the low of the breakout bar, which is also fine. Now, through my research and looking at thousands and thousands of charts, and when do things begin to fail? Well, there are the beginnings of failure, and then there's the obvious failures. And in this case, my studies have shown me many times that breakout bars like this, when they form an inside bar, such as Amazon did, that type of a pattern, what I coined years ago as a one. I can't draw here. Anyway, 1, 2, 3 pattern is supposed to break out and then continue to go higher. And that's what Amazon looked like it was going to do, just based on the overall pattern that I've already explained. The breakout bar, wide range bar breaking out, closing near the high. It just looked great. And at the time of the recording, let me just see if I can show you this. At the time of the recording, what did it look like? Well, if you remove the last 3 bars, that is what the recording showed. And when I spoke about, and it was a breakout bar, and I said, look for this. If it has an inside bar and it breaks below the low of the inside bar, exit. That has served me well over the years, using that as a stop, because the pattern is supposed to move higher, not break below the inside bar. Yes, you could get whipsawed and it comes back up again and goes there, but the majority of times it does exactly what it did. And that once it trades under that, the uncertainty has been created. Those buying the breakout within this day here, they're holding on. They're in hope mode at that point, and we've all been in hope mode because things haven't gone terribly wrong yet, and things could work out and then move higher. Just as you see patterns develop time and time and time again, and you see something happen, you just put it into your trading plan and you just go with the flow. So what happened here, Amazon actually broke down the breakout bar failure, triggered, it stalled, and now today it's continued lower, and you can see by the range expansion here, this is where the breakout traders are now exiting today, and it's picking up, and maybe it goes all the way down here or even lower. Another thing that I pointed out at the time was the possibility that Amazon might be forming a head and shoulders top here, a big distribution pattern. So we'll see if that actually develops and it breaks this neckline, or whether it might come down here and turn back up, which would be great for longs, of course. But right now there's a lot of uncertainty in Amazon about what's happening here as this topping pattern is forming, and whether that breaks to the downside or not. Hope that helps. Review the other videos, subscribe to the channel. You'll learn a tremendous amount. And of course, visit mastertrader.com. Take a trial to our services and chart of the week and so on, and learn a lot. Hope to be in touch again. Good trading, everyone.